Hey, you guys have a chance to win a Nocta Double Score 2 metal detector. Here's all you gotta do. Click on the title of the video down here. Just go to this video's description and you're going to see a link for this metal detector giveaway from my friends at modernmetaldetectors.com. That's it. Hit the link. It's going to take you to this entry form. You can enter 3 ways, up to 3 times. It's going to run about 20 days, but get in there, get your 3 entries in, and good luck. Hey guys, we'll get straight to it. I just wanted to mention, I have this permission. It's a good Civil War property. It's a couple hundred acres. But there is a grassy lot where this 1700s home used to sit. And I got the permission, but just as a thank you to the property owners, I mow the grassy lot every other week throughout the summer. I've done it for a long time. It's just a thank you for them giving me the permission. So when I am there mowing every other week, I bring my metal detector sometimes, and when I'm done cutting grass, I'll start swinging and get a little metal detecting in. So you'll see my truck in the background, but that's what I'm doing here. It's a quick hunt, just finished mowing everything, and let's see what we can find. So I just dug this piece of, I don't know, aluminum or something. One thing that I like about the Manticore that I'm not happy with the Deus 2 is depth. Now the Manticore and a lot of other machines show some kind of a depth range on it. The Deus 2 doesn't. That's a big thing, and people say, well, it's not exact. Well, it's not exact, but it's something. You know, with the Manticore, if it shows me that it's a surface target in an environment like this, I'm going to keep moving because I know that that's going to be more modern. If it's something that's deep, then I want to look at that. But without having any kind of a depth gauge, you're really going blind. I would not have dug this with the Manticore. It's just a piece of aluminum right under the surface, right on the pretty much the top. But I had no idea, so that's why I had to stop and dig it. So anyhow, on to the next. So what is a 37 on the Deus 2? We're about to find out. It's aluminum, some kind of aluminum foil. Now I know, keep going. 80. And I'm coming over here, heading over towards an old tree. I have found coins around these trees in the past, but I definitely have not detected all of it. There's a coin. That looks like a Lincoln Memorial. Yeah, Lincoln Memorial. Let's see. Do you have a date? 1985. 1985. Okay. Double check. 80. Make a mental note. 8081 is a penny on the Deus 2. So 8990. I'll dig that. So there's an old driveway right here, old asphalt driveway that was added, well, a long time ago. I know the story of it. When they were building the first road, paving the first road, that asked workers at the end of the day, hey, if you got any extra of that stuff, just dump it right here. And they did, and they got kind of a makeshift driveway when it was all said and done. So grass has grown over a lot of that, and that is a good spot to look for dropped coins. where the grass is overgrown. What is this? I don't know what this is. Oh, that's like a nut of some kind. I'll set that aside because I've got something else in here. I don't think this is going to be anything because I also just pulled out a, yeah, there's a nail. On to the next. But yeah, it is cool just with the grass that's all but covered it. Good place to find coins. It's kind of like a sidewalk strip. You can go like a grass sidewalk strip in an old part of town. Awesome place to find old coins because they just get brushed off the sidewalk. They get dropped, lost in the little section of grass, and most people don't ever think that there'd be anything there. But yeah, awesome place to go. And it's kind of the same concept here as you would find coins dropped just on the outside edges of a driveway. So, all right, on to the next. Okay, this is a 92. Again, I'm not just going to dig a plug because I don't know the depth. So, yeah, see, it's probably going to be aluminum. I can get it right at the surface with my pinpointer. It's not deep. So, my bet's aluminum, but if I'm wrong, that would be pretty cool. Yeah. Old can. All right. There's something else on that depth. If there's anyone that says with the Deus 2 there is a way that you can see depth, I think I heard somebody tell me that once. If that's the case, it's not on the main screen, and that's where it counts to be able to make a decision on dig or no dig. And it's not just if it's a surface target. That's not all that's going into it. There's a lot more that's going into, am I going to dig this? But knowing if it's right on the surface, depending on the environment that you're digging in, that could be important. So a lot of places when I'm digging Civil War relics, never found a bullet on the top of the ground. It just has not happened. And I know in different battlefields that I detect in, I kind of have an idea of the depth of the relics. Some are all going to be right around 4 inches, 6, 8 inches. There's one spot that I know that everything is like a foot or deeper. So you got to really pay attention to those really faint signals. But the depth, seeing that depth is just a huge tool to be able to have on my detector. I'm not trying to just bash the Deus 2. I'm really not. I'm trying to get used to it. If you're used to a machine, like there's people that are just totally deadly with the Deus 2 because they know it and they've learned it. And that's the main thing with whatever machine you're swinging, is be comfortable with it, know what it's telling you. And that's all that matters. So I'm just running these things through my head because I am so used to the Manticore and a lot of Minelab machines. So again, it's not just a bag on the Deus 2. I'm happy that I got it because I really did want to come out here and see what it's all about. So on to the next. Hey guys, I just want to clarify when I'm talking about the depth, when I'm using the Manticore and that I'm able to not dig certain targets when I see how deep they are. What I mean by that is on the 2D screen on the Manticore, I see an image. So I'm going by the tone, the VDI numbers on the screen, but also that 2D screen just puts this machine above and beyond, because if I see that the target is appearing on that 2D screen is just really skewed and streaked and everything, odds are it's trash. If it's a solid target, you're usually going to see a black dot there. I can also see if there's iron. I can see if there's 2 targets in the same hole. It's going to show up as 2 separate dots on that 2D screen. So that's what I meant by it. I don't just automatically walk past shallow targets. That's not what I mean. It's just with the 2D screen and with having a depth guide on the screen to look down at, just to give me an idea of how deep this target is. I am able to skip past, I've said it before, I can probably dig 75% less trash when I'm using the Manticore because I can see it on that screen. And I've gone back and I've tested that. I've done it a lot where I go back and say, well, I'm not going to dig this target, but I'll dig it anyways just to verify what I'm seeing on this 2D screen. And I'm telling you, it's spot on. If you're very comfortable, and I mean very comfortable with the Manticore, it does take time, not just trying it for a couple weeks, but really being comfortable with it. It's just an amazing machine. But wanted to clarify, that's what I mean about digging or not digging shallow targets. Okay, pretty solid 70. So what is that on the Deus 2? All right, what is this? Let's see. Let's do our cleanup first. Cover the plug. Now, let's see what we got. Oh, come on. That's a thimble. That is a thimble. That is awesome. Telling you what, guys, I don't dig thimbles. I dig Civil War stuff all over the place, and I have not dug a thimble. And those are very common in, surprisingly, in Civil War areas. People had to do their own tailoring, their own, fixing and stitching back together their garments. So, yeah, finding old thimbles around Civil War stuff is common. But yeah, definitely that's what it is. The top is missing, but that's pretty sweet. Pretty cool. And let me see, this is, a lot of times they're silver, but that's not, that's, what did I say? It's like a 77, 78. So probably brass, but although that's not very high, or tin. That's got a patina on it, like it's brass actually. But anyhow, that's really cool. I am happy about that. Hey guys, yeah, thimbles are extremely collectible. It's something that is found when metal detecting Civil War grounds. Obviously the soldiers, they had sewing kits. They had to sew up their uniforms, sew on buttons that had come off. So it is something that is cool to find, that you do or can find on Civil War ground or in camps. But I'm stoked to have found this thimble. That's pretty cool. Thimbles are collectible even for people who don't metal detect, obviously, but for in metal detecting, it's cool. It's a cool find. I've seen them from little tiny silver ones to bigger brass ones. But yeah, thimbles go way back, actually. They found a Roman thimble in Pompeii. They found a sewing kit in a tomb in Egypt that had a thimble that dated back to the Han Dynasty back in 206 BC. So thimbles go way, way back. This one that I found is unfortunately not that old, but still an awesome find.